Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to the weekly vlog. This is actually the first video I've recorded since taking a few days off. For those of you guys that haven't heard, I wanted to share some good news with you. It's been a really big week for me and my family personally. We've welcomed the birth of my first child, Desmond Daniel. And it's an exciting time for my family. Everyone's healthy. My wife is healthy. Desmond's healthy. And I really enjoy being a dad. But before we get into this week's vlog, I do want to thank you guys for all the kind messages, comments, tweets, the messages on Reddit. I've read them all, and I really, really appreciate it. All the support has been overwhelming. And I just want to thank you guys because that kind of stuff doesn't go unnoticed. And I really, truly do appreciate it. With that being said, you guys know I don't talk too much personal stuff here on the channel or in the vlogs, so I'd like to kind of transition this back to a normal vlog. But before we get started in terms of what's been going on with the channel, I want to give a big shout out to Kevin92 for helping me with the channel while I was gone. I'm in the middle of taking a week off, and 2 videos per day were still going up, and he helped me kind of keep things on track while I was away, and that was a huge help. And it was my goal. I knew I was going to be taking some time off here, that when I took a step away, I didn't want, the channel to be affected in any way possible. Of course, it's going to be affected a little bit because I'm not going to be as active in the comments. But in terms of you guys, still being able to get 2 videos a day, Star Citizen in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, and then, of course, a rotating schedule for the 3 o'clock slot. I truly, it was really, really important to me to make sure that was handled properly, and so big shout out to him. So before we get into everything else, there is not going to be a stream today. It is Wednesday. I think for obvious reasons, I'm going to be spending some time with my son in Chelsea, and I'm sure everyone's going to understand that. Most likely we'll get back on track, and probably the first stream will be next Wednesday, July 13th. We'll get things going up back then. But outside of that, it looks like Star Citizen is continuing to go well. But to be honest, I feel a little bit out of the loop since I've been disconnected from, Reddit. I check Reddit every day in Star Citizen, the news, the Robert Space Industries website, watching videos from people like Board Gamer and STL Youngblood. I really, I've been completely disconnected, being in the hospital for the past, couple days and just kind of really just spending time with my family and just getting used to everything. I feel really out of the loop. So if there's any big news that I've missed, please let me know in the comments below in regards to Star Citizen, because I'm going to be spending some time catching up and really just getting back into it. But speaking of Reddit, things on my Reddit or subreddit for whatever reason has been starting to heat up. I think I've been spending a lot more time on Reddit personally. I go to, like I said, I check Star Citizen every day. I've been checking out Elite Dangerous. I check the Northern Lions subreddit every day. I check the NLSS Circle Jerk Reddit every day. So I guess, things have just been picking up. So some people have been starting to be a little bit more active on my subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/Dan Gheesling. That's more for maybe a longer term conversation or if people have questions on videos or whatnot. But I check that. Now I check that every day as well. So if you want to check that out, there'll be a link in the description below. But anyways, in terms of what's going on this week, there'll be a new first look at video. Let me make sure I want to get this proper. It will be new first look at video will be on Friday of a new space game. It's kind of cool. It's similar to the last first look at we just covered, but I'm excited to share that. That'll be my first true video. This is a vlog, my first true gameplay video recording. I haven't done that yet, but that'll be out Friday. And then there'll be a new series, a new one-off. I don't want to call it a series, a new one-off series. I think some people are going to be excited about that will get started on the Saturday afternoon slot. So that'll be something new for you guys as well. Of course, Star Citizen will continue through 9 a.m. Eastern every single morning. But as we kind of wrap things up here before we get into the channel numbers, I just want to tell you guys I feel extremely fortunate, for you guys and the channel. It's, we've kind of hit our stride here on the channel, and things have been going really, really well, and it's kind of hit at a perfect time. And I feel really focused about the next few months of the channel, and I truly appreciate you guys watching, commenting, and sharing videos on the channel. I'm just excited. I feel like with this focus we have on our channel over the past 6 months and the growth, it's really allowed me it sounds a little bit strange, but since we've been more focused and honed in on the YouTube channel, it's allowed me to be more creative. And I know that maybe sounds like opposite of what you would feel or how things would be. Look at this kill right here on this Avenger. This is just footage that never made it into an episode anyways. But yeah, it's just allowed me to think, with a narrow focus. We cover a lot of space games here, whether it's, space sims or space themed games or sci-fi games. It just has allowed me to get a lot more creative with the directed focus. I guess instead of using like a Contra spread gun, we're more like the laser gun for those old Nintendo players like myself. And it's just been a lot of fun, and it's just, I don't know, I can't thank you guys enough. I when I say I appreciate you guys watching the videos, I truly do. I know there's a lot of options out there for people to watch, and for you guys to take the time out to continue to come back to the channel. It means a lot. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and jump into the channel numbers for the week. So what I think I missed, I think probably 2 weeks of stats. So instead of kind of skewing them and lumping them into one, I just did this past week. So usually I do Monday to Monday. So these stats cover June 27th through July 4th. So the last time we did stats, the views were at 93,000. This past week, there were 95,000. So those went up. That was good. Last week, the last time we did the vlog, which was 2 weeks ago, the likes were at 2,682. This week, they're at 2,594. Those went down a little bit, but still in the same ballpark. Last time there were 607 comments. This were 548. Those went down a little bit, but still in the same ballpark. And last time we did a vlog update, we had 702 new subscribers. And this past week, we had 969 new subscribers. So whether you guys have been watching, if you're just new to the channel, this is the first vlog you've seen or first video you've seen, or you guys have been down since the OG days, I truly appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to continuing all the things going on with the channel and continue to bring different videos and different takes and things on the sci-fi and space genre, including Star Citizen. But thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you guys next time.